When will they get it? They don't know that in order for a man to believe you, that man must know you. What are you talking about? When will they finally, when will they just come to the realization that man does not know them? And you're lying and slandering and telling him lies on a man that he knows personally. He knows how I move, my heart, and how, knows everything about me. You feel me? Excuse me. So I will say to that person who was playing my live or chooses to play my live, this is what you will come to understand. This is the games that you grown people play. Numbers. Oh, he's 150. He has 200 in his life. He has 100. So I'm going to try to siphon off the number of people in his life. I don't ever look at the numbers in my life, baby. I can give less a damn about that. I'm only concerned with ill affecting your life. I'm only concerned with bringing you and your terrorist friends to justice. I don't give a damn if it's people listening to me. I understand that it to you is a numbers thing and scamming and trying to make $300-400 a month on YouTube. Sweetheart, I'm not on that. I'm on justice for my cousin R. Kelly. And I'm removing every obstacle, every impediment that has been placed in front of him in order for him to receive justice. So the YouTube games that you play and that your friends play, ask that man who was made to sit in the house for almost a goddamn year, couldn't go outside, if Levi is something to play with. Ask your friend, your terrorist soldier, who was made to sit in the house for almost a year, couldn't go outside, if Levi is a joke. And get ready for your own ankle bracelet. I swear to God on my mama, get ready for your own ankle bracelet. All day long, that's all I've been doing, is making sure that everything is in order. Now, the person said to me, they started laughing, and they said that when this person was playing my live, that she became very distraught when I mentioned that how a man who was federally indicted for threatening 3 New York federal prosecutors, a man who has strict bond conditions, a man who has entered into a deferred prosecution agreement that has conditions. That agreement has conditions. That bond has conditions. That whole case involving this person threatening to do bodily harm to 3 New York federal prosecutors, it has, should I say, mechanisms in place where he has been monitored since he's been indicted, arrested, charged, and he continues to be monitored. And there are just certain things you can and cannot do. Now, your friend, lady, I want you to understand this, committed the most serious violation. See, you all, listen, miss, y'all are so obsessed with Levi as grown ass people, 40, 50 years old. You're so obsessed with my relationship, me and my cousin's relationship, that you jump off the bridge. And once you've jumped off the bridge, you try to figure it out on the way down. You're so blinded with jealousy that you make decisions and missteps that are going to land you all in prison. Mark my words. This week, the holiday is Monday. This week, y'all about to have content for the next 6 months. This week approaching, all of the YouTube R. Kelly sector, you're going to have content for the next 6 months on what is about to take place this week. I'm going to say it to you again, lady in Georgia. You can lie, you can slander, you can play your little tricks, but at the end of the day, your soldier made the miscalculated step of reaching out to a wrongfully federally convicted man in a federal facility. And as a result of that, he's done. And after I finish with him, you're next. You are. After I want you to know this, after I finish with him, knocking your soldier down, I'm devoting every waking hour outside of that which I'm doing for my cousin Robert to bringing that Demetrius Smith shit to the forefront. Listen to me. You people are not going to continue to play social media YouTube games with Robert's life as you have done for almost 5 goddamn years. Now let's get to it. And turn it up. Listen, this is what I want y'all to understand. This is what they're so upset about. I want y'all to listen to me, what I'm about to play very closely. Let me know if my audio is cool. When you have a situation where a man is facing life in prison and you have what is called illegal interference. Illegal interference. Somebody get the super fan. I know he's watching this, but I want to say this to the super fan. That super fan ass nigga. I want to say something to you. Because you got a hell of a week ahead of you, ass nigga. And I know he's watching this, but I want to say this to the... Somebody get the super fan. I know he's watching this, but I want to say this to the super fan. That super fan ass nigga. I want to say something to you. Because you got a hell of a week ahead of you. You do. And I want to say this to you. When you have people interfering in your cases and you have people thinking that they could actually get close to R. Kelly, project an image that they know R. Kelly, as he said to me today, he's used to that. He said to me today, he said, I'm used, all my career, I'm used to stalkers and that's what he said, stalkers and people just stalking me. And if you listen to what I said in my live yesterday, I said that my cousin said to me, he said, I'm used to that. People stalking me throughout my whole career, calling hotels and stalking him, setting him up as prey as they are predators. I want y'all to listen to every word that I'm speaking. He said to me in our conversation, he said, I'm used to that. But however, I had to explain to him the serious ramifications and what these kinds of things, these kinds of stalkers and stalking, how not only has it landed you in that situation, hear me, but if it's not put in check, you're done. Stalkers. Is the super fan stalking him? When a so-called man is charged with threatening 3 federal prosecutors, enters into an agreement, and I want y'all to put this in the front of your mind. I'm not on here to play games. I want you to understand what a deferred prosecution agreement is. I want you to understand and listen to every word that I'm saying. After sitting in the house for 9 months, he enters into an agreement where allegedly he must provide them with information in order to honor the agreement. Tell on people. I raised my what's up, Sky Life, sweetheart. I was missing you yesterday. I said, where's Sky? I said, Sky didn't put me down. What's going on? You're not late, Sky. It's just getting started. And you're more than welcome to come in when I put that thing in that thing. Listen to me, y'all. But this is a classroom setting right now, and I want y'all to listen to me. A man with a lengthy criminal record, whose pre-sentencing report alone off top, you're getting 5 to 7 years just because of your fucking history, yo. He sits in a house for 9 months under house arrest. And he comes up with a plan. I could tell y'all stuff, allegedly. I can tell y'all things if y'all let me out of this. When he says he beat the feds, well, if you beat the feds, you're not in an agreement. If you beat the feds, you good. You ain't got to show back up in court in November. You beat the feds, over with. But he made an agreement with them. I want y'all to listen. Now that's Article A. Put that box on the table. He made an agreement with him. Let's deal with Article B, this other box. When my cousin said to me yesterday, I'm used to being stalked. I'm used to that. And we know for a fact, for this federal defendant who is being charged with threatening the 3 federal prosecutors in R. Kelly's New York case, we know for a fact, when I tell y'all that I spoke with my cousin yesterday, and when I come on here and say I spoke to my cousin, y'all know that ain't cap. And now he knows it's not cap because he's sitting there saying, how the fuck, how would he, this R. Kelly told him that quick? You goddamn right he did. Sky Life, you may have missed it yesterday, but the super fan, violating his bond and violating his deferred prosecution agreement, reached out to Robert, reached out to R. Kelly in that federal facility. That's where, to bring you up to speed, Sky Life. This is what my cousin told me directly. And I got the proof on the way. And they have the proof. All of the pertinent parties, they have the proof of it. Listen to me. So we know he's stalking him. We know that the terrorists and their leaders from day one were stalking him. When you hear a man say, out of St. Louis, we had this attorney positioned and ready to go in a year before trial started. Did you hear me? They had their attorney, the terrorists had their own attorney ready. As they infiltrated and dismantled and caused the division between his attorneys and basically dismantled his legal team, they had a plan. And that plan was carried out by stalking, sitting back, watching every move that was being made, not only in court, but being made amongst his attorneys, recording his attorneys, placing them in compromised position. These are the leaders, man. Listen, man, if I say it once, I could say it 10,000 times. These terrorist leaders orchestrated that. And they're orchestrating this. Listen. So we know that he is stalking my cousin, a man with a history of stalking, a man who threatened 3 New York federal prosecutors to do bodily harm, to kill them, basically, and showed a video of an execution-style murder of 3 individuals in the Boys in the Hood video. Okay. We know he's stalking Robert. Are you trying to tell me when Jane, listen to me, Miss Sky Life, listen to me, everyone. When Jane Doe number 5's father set at work at Christie Lights, knew R. Kelly was coming to town,